Hey Virgos, this is Perigaea Tarot. I'm here to do your reading for today, to ask the universe what is coming up for my Virgos in love and in life, and what advice do you have for my Virgos? Could be dealing with a fire sign, so an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or somewhat, yeah, definitely Sagittarius here. Universe, what is coming up for my Virgos in love and life, and what advice do you have for my Virgos? You could also be dealing with a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn male. Maybe someone, this could be it almost feels like a situation where this person could be very guarded towards you because they think that you, maybe with the King of Pentacles in the reverse, they could think that they could have some toxic perceptions regarding money, maybe your money or maybe their money. Maybe they think that maybe there's someone who has money and they think that that they expect people's motives towards them to be negative because of that. Or, you know, there could be some kind of issue here. But with the Nine of Wands in the reverse, it feels like someone who's very, very guarded, who's been very, very guarded. Perhaps towards you and in general. Or you yourself could be a Virgo male person. Yeah, with the Page of Pentacles in the reverse, this could be you. You could be dealing with an older masculine male earth sign, and you could be a younger earth sign. And with the Page of Pentacles here in the reverse, this could be them feeling like you don't, you know, maybe they feel like you couldn't invest as much financially, or that maybe they think that you want money from them and that that's your motivation, perhaps. Because we have the Page of Pentacles in the reverse, which could be saying that, you know, there isn't... I'm sensing two masculine energies here. So we have the Emperor in the reverse and the Four of Cups in the reverse. But this could be the same person. But this feels like a masculine energy that maybe, I think they're feeling some regret, because I think that they're understanding they've been too harsh and too critical with you. And they feel like they've missed out on an opportunity and almost kind of reject. I'm sensing that this is someone who, because of their own paranoias and their own guardedness, rejected you over and over in pursuit of their protection of their own self, of their own pride perhaps, or their own, that they had these paranoid ideas in their head, and so that caused them to block out the situation. And what I'm sensing is that they are realizing now that because of their pride, they essentially sabotage something that could have been really beautiful. Or they've essentially, long story short, they have been blocking you. Oh, there goes the... Oof. I mean, that thing was about to run out anyways, but... All right, let's shuffle some more. I don't think that this is necessarily completely over, but I just think that this is someone feeling like they have sabotaged things with you because of their own negative perception. This could be somebody who just wasn't really, yeah, with the Ten of Pentacles here. I feel like this is someone understanding that they were protecting their money, but in the pursuit of protecting their money, they essentially throw what is truly valuable, which is love. Or at least they deprioritized what is truly valuable, which is love. And so let's do a little more shuffling. Universe, what is coming up for my Virgos here? Yeah, with the Queen of Wands in the reverse, I'm almost sensing too that this person feels like a contradiction, because it feels like we have this other energy of the Queen of Wands in the reverse, and this doesn't feel like you. This feels like another, like a third party energy. Yeah, okay, here it is. So this feels like a third party energy of another woman with very negative characteristics, someone who is vain, someone who is perhaps even abusive, maybe even narcissistic. And I feel like this is saying that they're keeping someone like this in their life, and it's because it's almost like it's because this person fulfills their negative expectations of a partner. It's almost like if you're able to people who are able to fulfill their own their own prophecies about their life or about people, even if it doesn't make them happy, it is satisfying in that it's like they're proving themselves right. I also feel like having this person in his life, because it's like when it's almost like when someone is expecting a certain type or kind of rejection or pain, that if they will almost incite it into their life, because that gives them at least the power to control it or to perceive that they're controlling it. If they can bring it into their life and then trigger and control when it's going to happen, then they feel like, well, this thing that is inevitably going to happen, at least I can lessen the trauma by being in control of when it comes, how it comes, and, sort of defining the parameters of when and how I will have to experience that trauma. And so I feel like this is saying that so this is this person basically accepting and expecting this level of personal rejection, from women. And with the Queen of Wands in the reverse, I feel like this is saying that he's keeping another party in his life who absolutely is this type of person, because it first of all satisfies that sense of almost pride of being able to say, oh, okay, well, I was expecting this. And so, I have people figured out and I have them pegged because, I was perceiving this about someone. And look, this person is exactly that way. It's like being able to say that people are bad and then have that confirmed in your environment almost kind of validates you and validates you feeling clever and in control. But this is also, it's like this is someone who expects women to deeply reject and manipulate him. Probably not consciously, but he does. And so having this person in his life, in any way that feels like something that he feels familiar with or that he can control, gives him a feeling of, well, at least I can maneuver this situation a bit because I at least know what to expect from this person and when. I feel like I fully understand their motives because they're very, very obvious to me. Whereas if they were to get in a relationship with you, I'm sensing that what they pick up on is that with you, they'd have to take a real risk because it's real and genuine love that they would have with you. And that puts, that forces a person to genuinely open their heart and to be real and to take a real risk. What I'm sensing is that with this person, there's little to no risk, because this is someone that they feel like, I'm not really in love with this person. I can see through their motives. I know, and it's basically transactional. It's like if I give this person what they want, then they give me what I want. But not only that, it's almost like the abuse. It's almost like this is someone who doesn't know how to expect anything other than a certain type of abuse. This could be someone who was raised by a narcissistic mother, perhaps, and or in a narcissistic environment, and because of this, they have a certain way that they expect women to deal with them. So yeah, this is what I'm feeling with this. This is about this person expecting the inevitability of this Ten of Swords energy, which is not an inevitability. It's not supposed to be that way. But for them, they feel that it is. And so they're keeping the pain in their life because it's part of their identity. I mean, it's not really who they are, but they feel it's so something that they're used to that they expect it fully. And so, but they're just trying to turn it in the reverse, meaning they're not pushing it, trying to avoid having it in their lives at all, because that, real hope is a position from which you can experience real devastation. If you really hope and believe and hope that someone's genuinely going to love you, then that's when you can really be devastated. And so it's like this person is trying to minimize the pain by keeping someone in their life that they know that they're not any different, but they're trying to, just control the pain and kind of minimize it and numb it just a little bit by these mechanisms that I just spoke about. So yeah, that's really sad. This woman could be a fire sign, an Aries, Leo, a Sagittarius. All right, so let's get into the reading. I hope you guys like these intros. Oh my gosh, again. Yeah, this is someone who, it's very much about this narcissistic pain. It feels like narcissistic abuse to me. And what they do to avoid tremendous and unbearable pain. So let's shuffle a little more. Yeah, and so they hesitate to move forward even when they want to, because the familiar allows them to triage, you know, the situation, to manage the elements and the variables in with the most sense of control that they can find. Definitely could be dealing with an Aries here. But I also feel like this could also be the energy of this person purposefully holding them back via the use of the triggering of these traumas. I'm definitely sensing that this person is in a toxic situation with someone who perceives their vulnerabilities and uses them against them. So we're going to look into, hopefully the universe is going to show us more about how this person can help themselves and get out of this situation. But this is what I'm sensing, Virgo, that this person, that this is what is motivating them, is not that they don't want you, but because they're being manipulated. But even still, okay. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. 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 This person also, there could be two Virgos. Oh my goodness, this looks great. Okay. So with the Seven of Cups in the reverse to the King of Cups in the reverse here, you could be dealing with more than one party. You could have more than one person in your situation. But I think that this is you knowing very clearly who you want and who you don't want. I think that there could be a person, a male in this situation who is rather manipulative and or, I mean, it feels like someone who sort of behaves in a way that is emotional, or they appear to be emotional towards you, but they don't express themselves towards you in a way that actually is fulfilling. It's like there's a lot of emotionality, but it doesn't really benefit you and validate you. It's like a person who shows emotion just enough, but then when it comes to actually validating you, they hold back and they don't actually validate you. And I think also that the universe is saying that you know how you feel about this person, that you've been trying to tell yourself you're not quite sure, but I'm sensing that it's very much could be a coping mechanism, that having this person in your life could be about something other than whether or not you actually want to be with them, that there could be some level of dependency with the Nine of Pentacles here in the reverse. But I think that with the Seven of Cups here in the reverse, you know what you want, and you know that this person, you know how this person functions, and I think that genuinely deep down you don't really want that person. And I feel like this is a different party potentially from the one that we were just speaking about. Oh my gosh, excuse me. So when I pulled it out, the Fool was in the reverse, but when I picked it up and placed it back without looking at it, it was in the upright. So I'm gonna take it in the upright. So with the Six of Wands to the Fool, what I feel like this is saying is that you have what you need to succeed and move forward. And there perhaps has been some hesitation in having the courage, or to feeling as if you are safe and strong enough and have what you need to move forward. But I feel very much that this is the universe saying you absolutely do, and that you will be successful moving forward. All right, with the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse to the Knight of Swords, what I'm sensing here is that this person that you were dealing with in the past, they might come back and speak to you. There might be some communication from this person. And I sense that they might be very, very defensive. This could be someone who's maybe revving up their capacity to be defensive with you. But the fact, because they're feeling like you're not nurturing this anymore, they feel like they're not, or maybe they presented themselves as like a knight in shining armor when you were not in a place of feeling strong or like you had what you needed. But I think that the universe is showing you very much that you don't need this person, and that potentially codependence could be like maybe financially, because we have in relationship the pentacles here, could be an issue. So yeah, I'm almost sensing here that there's a sense of, that there's a bit of denial about, I think it's a recent past person. It does feel like there could definitely be more than one person here, because we have several court cards. But what this seems like is maybe someone telling themselves, oh no, maybe things could change. Maybe the fights could stop. You know, maybe the conflict can stop. But I don't think that I feel like it's denial. It seems like it's denial. With the Ace of Cups, you deserve a brand, I mean, I feel like this is someone who might come in from your recent past and ask for a brand new start. But I think that you know how you feel about that, and that you don't really feel like that is right for you. You do want a brand new start. You do want love. And I would say that that is coming for you. But with the Knight of Cups right underneath this in the reverse, with the High Priestess coming out right underneath it in reverse, I feel like this is an insincere apology. And that this is someone who's hoping that who's maybe even depending upon you, like abandoning your intuition for the sake of, because of a feeling of codependence, maybe. So I'm going to put this right over here, guys. Oh, go on. All right, so at the core of the reading, we have the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse with the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. What I feel that this could be somebody who worries about money, or who feels maybe a bit trapped. But I feel like basically a general theme in this reading is codependency. And maybe this is someone feeling like they're waiting on some kind of payout, or some kind of money that they could be waiting on, and it's taking forever. I definitely see it's possible here that you are consciously attempting to manifest something. You could also be dealing with a Gemini or another Virgo. And with the Two of Cups in the subconscious energy, I feel that you are waiting for money, but that your motivation is love. It just comes from a place of wisdom, of understanding that, you know, we need money to even, you know, to protect ourselves oracally and spiritually, and even to have love. Really, we need a certain level of resources, and so even if you are attempting to manifest money, it's like your motivation is not greed, it's not pride, it's love. It's understanding that, you know, to possess the grace and self-worth to be able to have a love relationship in this world, that you need a level of protection and dignity that comes from physical resources. So, you know, so I feel like if there is another party that you've been dealing with where it seems like this person like could have been worried that you were motivated by money, like this is saying that whoever you are, this is not your motivation. That it's just coming from an understanding that, you know, a person, a human being, no matter how noble or good or dignified they are, requires the kind of physical resources that protect them in this world, and that allow them to protect themselves physically, emotionally, energetically, spiritually, to be able to have love and hold on to it. And it's only with those resources that can happen. So I think this shows very clearly that your motivation is love. In the recent past, with the Sun in the reverse, there could have been a lack of clarity from either you or your person, or just a general lack of having what it is that you want of fully having the resources that you felt like you needed to be, you know, I feel like what this could be saying is in regards to manifestation. I feel like this could be saying that like you were operating in a frequency of not being happy in the moment, and that is a frequency that can actually delay or deflect manifestation. But yes, I would say that in your current energy, you are definitely manifesting. You are focusing on creation. And I would definitely say it's the pentacle here that you're focused on creating. In the near future, we have the Hermit in the reverse and the Ten of Cups. That is, I mean, that's fantastic. So this could be you just moving forward, knowing, coming out of isolation and moving forward into an energy of knowing what you want, a fulfillment kind of energy with love, you know, collective happiness. Or this could be a Virgo male, or, you know, whichever you are in this situation. This could be a Virgo coming into your life and bringing in happiness. It seems, I mean, it's really quite simple. It just feels very straightforward that this is a Virgo person coming out of isolation and finding the courage to genuinely open their heart again. I'm sensing that this person that we were talking about in the intro is just someone who maybe they opened their heart to someone in the past and they were just absolutely manipulated and destroyed. And this could be both of you. And so trying to find the courage to genuinely open your heart again, rather than, you know, kind of set yourself up in a relationship that feels like an arrangement, you know, where it's like, oh, well, I feel safe in this because I'm not taking any real risks, because I'm not really in love with this person, or, you know, I've got some kind of upper hand that makes me feel like I'm the one who's in control. You know, that's not really opening your heart and taking a risk. With the Page of Wands here, I'd say that this is the passionate start of something with between you and another person, or, you know, possibly another Virgo. In the hopes and fears, you know, we have the Three of Swords in the reverse. So this is definitely, I'd say, both parties, you know, fearing having their heart broken. But I think that that's a good thing. I think it shows that you're both very serious and you're both kind of similar in your feelings and motivations here. And in the final outcome, we have the Ace of Wands, which is a very good sign. So this means that both of you are taking up, it feels like both of you are taking up the opportunity and genuinely trying and genuinely taking a risk. You know, this feels like it's both parties. That's rad. Okay, so let's do some clarifying on this, Virgo. So what is this Nine of Pentacles in the reverse to the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse? Oh, yep, there it is. So with the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse to the Three of Wands, this could be someone who understands that their future relies upon financial resources being at a certain level, you know, which is totally valid. You know, a lot of us are kind of, especially from my generation and before, had this kind of concept in our minds when we were being raised that there was something spiritually noble about being in absolute poverty. But I think that if you actually try to walk that road, what you find is that even spirituality requires a certain level of resources. You can't even maintain, you know, basic self-esteem if you are so vulnerable in this world that anyone can just walk by and essentially emotionally or spiritually pick your pocket. And, you know, so I feel like this could also be a feeling of someone kind of being trapped in place. Kind of, they're like waiting for something. They're waiting for their ships to come in. They feel, you know, this could come off as codependence, but what this is really just about, I feel, is someone needing a certain level to be independent. They don't feel independent yet. And they feel like what they're waiting for is taking a long time. Universe, what is this Nine of Pentacles in the reverse to the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse? Yeah, with the Page of Swords, this feels like watchful energy. Someone checking something, someone checking up on messages or bank accounts or situations. You know, someone having their eye on something, where they're waiting there and watching for something. And I would say that, you know, they're waiting and watching for a manifestation, because they're trying to manifest something because they want love. I would say that they want to reconnect with themselves and to connect with another, because they understand that connection with self is the precursor to being able to love. And so, you know, it's like they're trying to build this foundation. And in the meantime, I'd say that this is someone just feeling like kind of overburdened. Like, I mean, it feels like someone, it's like the message that they're waiting for, it's just not coming in. And, you know, it's like, it feels like it's taken a while. They're not to the point where they're completely just giving up, but it's a burden. You know, this is someone who basically understands that, this feels like someone who understands the true dynamics of real love and what a person needs to have in their life to be able to facilitate that. And they're waiting for those things. And it seems like they're taking a long time. Yeah, with the King of Pentacles in the reverse, you could definitely be dealing with another Virgo, or a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. And with it being in the reverse, I feel like this is someone who is probably looking at you and thinking that, like, oh, you just want to take advantage of me, you know. And that's certainly not what I'm picking up on here. Yeah, with the Sun to the Death, someone is transforming. Here we have the Queen of Pentacles, and it's in the upright. Again, I feel like this person over here, this person who is represented as the King of Pentacles in the reverse, it almost feels like them expecting the worst out of people is a coping mechanism, you know, to protect themselves from having to take a real risk again. It's like they don't want to try to genuinely trust someone and open their heart to them, because it hurts to have to do that, and to have someone take advantage of you. And so they're making these excuses, not because you actually deserve to be seen that way, but because it's something that makes them feel protected in themselves. And with the Sun and the Death card, I feel like this is shining a light inside of them. I feel like this is you going through a transformation, and it's a positive one. It feels like a very good, organic, and natural transformation. It feels like the shifting of a big cycle. But I feel like this could also be them understanding that their own need to change, and understanding things inside of themselves, and just like opening up to that transformation rather than kind of being stiff and blocking it off. It's like they're finding the courage to just let a transformation happen. You could be dealing with a Scorpio or someone with very strong scorpionic energy. Yeah, so this is you. So this is definitely you being in a healthy place in regards to money. This is not you looking to take advantage of someone at all, but just understanding that, you know, the basic needs of the body, the mind, and the soul that manifest in the physical realm are natural. They're necessary. You know, they're not evil. They're not wicked. They're not, you know, they're not bad. You know, knowing that you need things, and is just, you know, part of reality. Yeah, I feel like we have all the Virgo court cards here. So I think you could definitely be dealing with another Virgo. And there could be an age gap here between you and a person, you and your person. So, universe, what is this Two of Cups? Is there anything else for the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse? Yeah, with the Ten of Pentacles here, whoa. So I would say that, oh, wow, yeah. With the Magician here, you are manifesting money, you're manifesting wealth, and that it's in your subconscious and it is coming. Also, you could be dealing with someone who you could be dealing with someone who has money, and that's why they're paranoid. Universe, what is this Two of Cups in the subconscious place? So this is you just, I feel like this is you in a waiting period where you are just sitting and waiting for something to manifest, but I feel that it is coming. Yeah, like you want a fresh start with this person, but you're having to just sit and quietly wait. But I'd say that it is coming. Universe, what is the Sun in the reverse in the recent past? I feel like what this is saying is in reference to the Sun and the death before. I feel like this person, yeah, this person was very cold and blocked off from you in the past. And because they did, it's like they were trying to block. It's like, it's kind of like they were valuing, I think you were possibly doing this too. It's like you were valuing this relationship so much that you didn't want to expose yourself to this person on the wrong terms. Like you didn't want them to see you at your worst. You wanted them to see you at your best. And so you were like, okay, I need to wait until like something happens or something. Like they were, it felt like this person was blocking you out because they valued the situation with you so much that they were just like really, it was such a big deal to them that they were like, okay, I can't do this yet because it has to be perfect, kind of thing. What is this Magician in the conscious space? Yeah, and I feel like what this is saying is that it actually caused a delay. Or with the Magician here, Universe, is this for the Sun in the reverse or the Magician? I feel like it's for the Sun here. I feel like it's saying that this, it has caused a delay, you know, of this feeling of like, oh, things aren't ready yet. We're not, you know, I can't, you know, I can't open up to her or reach out to her or whatever because I'm not in the right place yet kind of energy, or I need to come out of my current circumstances, you know, first, or something like that. What is this? Is there anything else for the Sun in the reverse, Universe? But this is, I feel like this is, there are blocks that are gone now. Oh, this could, I feel like this is also this person's energy of feeling like the situation that they were in before that they needed to get out of, you know, that they needed to get out of. Maybe that was a negative housing situation, where they felt like they're like, maybe there's a negative housing situation related to this where someone feels like in their housing they can't get their needs met, they feel unsafe or unprotected.